are Indians, we are more for free. In life, you get nothing for free. Well, if you're getting something for free, probably you are the product. Phishing itself is something which occurs from other end and where we are the victim at the end node. Now, this is this new emerging concept known as dumpster diving. We order anything from any e-commerce website or from anywhere. Please make sure you are deleting that outer box copy where your name, address, phone numbers are present.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Midday. I'm Supriya Nair, and today with me is Prathamesh Sonsurkar, who is a cybercrime expert. Hi, Prathamesh. Welcome to Midday.
Hi.
So, Prathamesh, we've recently seen how people have been victims of major cybercrime attacks. One of the most prominent examples being, the Nidhi Razdan case, where she was apparently hired by Harvard for a position, and the step-by-step invasion of her privacy and how she was led into giving out personal information about herself. So, most working people today use the internet and have email accounts. We get dozens of spam email as well. So, and sometimes they look quite legit. So, my question to you is, what are the red flags that we should look out for?
Just to brief you about this fishing industry, first, a thumb rule you need to understand is that when you get any sort of unsolicited action on your profile, be it that action in terms of an email communication or a text communication or a call communication, or be it even a personal meet, which is unsolicited, or in other words, I would requote it as not asked for. So that is something first to be signed off. If something is happening from their end, that is not from your end. If you observe this phishing, the word phishing itself is something which occurs from other end and where we are the victim at the end node, and we are manipulated in a way that it looks legit and not. But that is the main firm or the first line of defense, where anything unsolicited coming in your life is to be first flagged off. Second, now when you, as these particular messages, calls, or be it anything are hacker generated, and you being the end node, they have already drafted that entire flow chart in which they wish the end user should flow through. Means they have already decided the boundaries, the checkpoints, the authorization points everywhere, where they make sure it's like a magic, where the magic trick is being performed in front of you only. The illusion, the aura, the vibe is being created, drafted, cinematographed, and everything, and you just play the actor card. So that is how this phishing generally occurs. So in this, if you are disillusioned or you are having lack of platform knowledge, there are high chances that you might fall to being a victim or being their target. To flag off with this entire scenario, you have to look for a few pre-check points. Now, what could be those pre-check points is, first being, it is whether coming unsolicited or you asked for. That is the first point. When we move down, the next thing is to check for the domain. And when I say the domain, you need to check for whether it is coming from a legit domain ID or not. Now, how you would come to know whether it is coming from a legit domain ID or not? Now, there are two parts. First is you actually visit that particular website of that particular domain, be it of university or any kind of e-commerce website, and check for their contact feature form. And in that contact, when you click on contact us, you get to get the email ID.
Right.
This is the first traditional way. The second way is that in your mail body itself, if you click on the three options, that is the advanced options, and when you click on that, there's this option known as show original mail. So when you click on this show original mail, a new pop-up window opens of that mail platform itself, in which if you read carefully, there would be three flags, and those three flags are nothing but the SPF flag, the DKIM flag, and the DMARC flag. Now, what does this SPF stands for? That is nothing but Sender Policy Framework. Now, this being a technical term, in for a normal layman understanding, it simply means ki baba, the particular mail which is coming from that domain is authorized and certified that the particular mail is coming from that domain only. In other words, because why this has become a necessity is that because of the hacking sophistication, the hacking tools are being sophisticated. Per se, if I am having a mail ID prathamesh@whitehack.in, there are high possibility the hackers could be able to draft a mail coming from the same ID, that is prathamesh@whitehack.in. But eventually that would be a kind of a label, not the real mail. They would be using this as a label. So this SPF filter, what it does, it checks whether it is a label or the actual mail. So this SPF should be set to pass in that original message which you would check. So that implies and guarantees the end user ki baba that particular mail is coming from that mail domain only. Meaning, if you are getting a mail from prathamesh@whitehack.in, the mail is actually legitly coming from that whitehack.in domain only, and it is not spoofed or any kind of malicious softwares are used. So that is the certificate task of SPF. So all you need to do is just check whether it is SPF pass or SPF fail. That's it. The next is the DKIM filter. Now, what does this DKIM stands for is nothing but domain key identified mail. So forget the full form and its go through, but the only to do task of this certificate is that it assures you that the mail being sent from the sender node to the end node is unedited or untouched. Because generally it happens, per se, prathamesh@whitehack.in might have sent a mail, but during traverse to the end node, chances are that the potential hackers could be able to edit that mail and add their code, their data to it, their phishing links to it, and then send to the end user. Now, in such cases, SPF would be pass, but DKIM would be fail. Why? Because the message has been edited during the transit. That certification is offered by the DKIM, and it should be also set to pass. So when SPF is passed and DKIM is passed, only then the mail is untouched sent from a legit server. If you observe the SPF is passed but the DKIM is fail, still you should not trust that mail. Why? Because in between, high chances the mail is being edited and random phishing links might be added. And the last is the DMARC. So this DMARC enforces the SPF and the DKIM. So these three labels are always to be checked for when it comes to checking the legitimacy of the mail which is being receiving at the end node. Now, when we are talking of the message being received at the end node, I would say rather small things, but very important things. The first being the grammar of that mail body. These hackers do not give second chance to their draft. Now, yes, because of sophistication, grammar is also improving. But if you observe use of asterisk marks, use of exclamatory marks, your account, there might be some drafted messages like warning with exclamatory mark, red color. All this looks very gibberish in corporate level. So these things are to be first signed off, looking at the aesthetics and the grammar of the mail body, which is coming to us. So you should always check for the grammar as well. Next, the domain. Again, I am pointing out the word domain. Sometimes it happens that we think we are getting an email from the accurate email ID, but eventually it is not the case. I'll just give you a short example. You might get a mail from that, in that from section, it might be from support@amazon.com. However, from the phishing mail might come from support_team@amazon.com. So you need to be very careful when it comes to checking the from section from where the email you are receiving. So generally the fooling happens here only, like the fake brands Eclair and Eclair. In between there was this fake brands coming in the market, or Bisleri and Bisleri. If you go in the north, you get the same Bisleri, whatever the spelling is different. The same way applies in this structure organemy also in the mail body. The @ domain, there might be a alphabet change which would be ignored by our basic eyes, and that is known as the eye illusion. Now in eye illusion, this is one game. If you write the in the first statement and then again continue in the next statement, the first the is not taken into consideration by our brain. So now that is an illusionary trick. So
Mm.
there are many such kind of illegitimate tricks which are used by this sophisticated hackers, making sure that it sounds to be legitimate.
Right.
And coming to the next pointer which needs to be flag off is creating the sense of emergence. If
Mhm.
you observe any kind of mail bodies which are showing a kind of emergence, click here else your account will be blocked, or
Yes.
we have come across a suspicious login. First and foremost, these institutes are very big in nature. They are not so jobless that they are going to look after each and every customer. That is their response detection team, but that is passive, never active. Any
Mm.
kind of response detection system, be it in terms of online fraud or anything, those are passive in nature. Only when the hack occurs or the transaction occurs or malicious activity occurs, they are triggered. And
Right.
that too, they are trigger on your with your particular personified greetings. So if you observe any kind of mails which are creating a sign of emergence, ki we have observed a suspicious account activity, and these things are to be first signed off, and you should check your mobile whether actually you are getting what they have written. That is
Mhm.
the first thing. Second,
Right.
such mailers would always have a redirect lander URL to some other website URLs. Means they would make sure ki you are being landed to something at a different horizon only. Why?
In the
Because that's where
phishing
their
email.
main magic,
Right.
that's where their main magic comes into picture of fooling you, taking user credentials from you only. Meaning, I have this one case, I won't take the name. So they received an email that your Facebook was blocked and so and so. To retrieve your Facebook, you have to click on the link. So that girl eventually clicked on that link, and in there, till that time her Facebook was not hacked. However, there was this form where it mentioned, please enter your login credentials to access the Facebook. She herself entered the login credentials, and at that point, her account was hacked. So now
Got
this was nothing but a phishing mail only, which sounded of coming from Facebook, and she was fooled. And
it. Right.
similarly, now this was of the social hacking. So same way the banking hacking occurs, where the OTP, the CVV numbers are asked for, and eventually this phishing is nothing but a part of a social engineering attack. And social engineering is what exactly is this social engineering? Is hacking the brain, then the concept. Because if
Mhm.
you observe nowadays the cases, unlike what is showed in the television, something you do taka taka and that hacking occurs, that not being the case, eventually if you observe and heard, there are cases where the Paytm fraud happened and 1 lakh rupees was simply off and things. In those all cases, if you closely observe, the Paytm or the GPay or the bank websites weren't hacked. It were
Yeah.
the customers part or their account which was being hacked because of their credentials being taken from them only,
Right.
unknowingly. So
Right.
that's where the social engineering part is coming into picture. So this phishing is just one word of this social engineering, and this requires some meticulous efforts, because
Right.
nowadays the hackers are no more called as hackers, they are called as
Right.
social engineering experts. And this social engineering expert is shifting the game of hacking, or I would say shifting the paradigm of hacking from platform hacking to mind hacking, which is
Mhm.
vulnerable to. And
True.
that's where the thing happened. And this all these things what I'm talking of, red flags, those are nothing but I'm just pointing out the illusions. Like if
Right.
you know these illusions, eventually you won't enjoy the magic, and in the same way hacking won't occur in your life. So
Right.
these are like the few parameters. And last but not the least are the link downloads. So never to have any kind of link downloads, and looking at the personification of that mail body. Now, what do I mean when I say personification of male body? That means it should not sound generic in nature, like dear user, dear customer. It should always sound like dear Prathamesh, or Prathamesh, your account number XYZ is being whatever. Finite details have to be mentioned in that mail body,
Mhm.
because simple reason, the companies with whom you have signed up with obviously have your KYC. So every institute, be it e-commerce, be it marketing, or be it social institutes,
Mhm.
all these institutes will always refer you by your name and not generic message like dear sir, your account was hacked, dear sir, there was a suspicious activity. No, the bank would say, dear Prathamesh, your account number with so and so last numbers was hacked on so and so date. If you found this suspicious, please report via our app. They won't redirect to click here and go there. They would say, please go on our visit our website. They would themselves say, please visit our safe website. Click there, log in your user credentials and block your card entries.
Right.
That's how the instruction setup would be, rather than click on this link and go there. Nowadays, because of the COVID situation, everyone is in a tensed environment, and that is nothing but a trigger point which the social engineering experts are using to exploit that vulnerability. So I would rather say the situation is nothing but a vulnerability point where these engineers are tapping on, where easy money, people are going for easy money or easy job accommodations or approvals or anything. So that is nothing but a human tendency, but that's how this tendency is being manipulated for their gain.
Yes. Thank you so much, Prathamesh. That was indeed like really insightful. I know we've heard this a dozen times, not to send out our personal information, not to give out our account numbers. Apart from these, are there any specific pointers from you that people should not do or not react to when they get such emails?
Anything unsolicited coming in your life is always to be flagged off. Second, there are small things. Now when we order anything from any e-commerce website or from anywhere, please make sure you are deleting that outer box copy where your name, address, phone numbers are present, because now this is this new emerging concept known as dumpster diving. Now what do you mean by dumpster diving? This set of hackers, they visit the local raddiwalas and all this stuff. They buy those dumpster, and from there they just dive into that dumpster, whether they're getting any kind of legitimate substances, or what I call it as data points. Now for example, if I have ordered something from Amazon, eventually on the packing, my name, my address, my phone number and my email ID are already present, and I'm just opening the packet, taking out my product, and I'm just throwing away that packet instead of shredding it. What happens is that वैसे के वैसे the entire data points have been going to that local rattiwala, and that's how these hackers gain into this data. Now per se, it becomes very easy for him to have a outwit, or in other words I would say a vantage point in front of you. Now for example, Supriya, you are just ordered anything and you have all these details. I visited randomly, I'm not talking targetedly, but randomly I visited your local rattiwalas. Apparently what I'm going to get, your name, your address, your phone number. What I do, I just call you and say ki, hello, am I speaking to Supriya? Hello, is this address 13B XYZ correct? Is this your phone number? Is this your mail ID? You would get confused, like how the person in front of me is having so much of
Knows
details.
everything. Yeah.
And then I would just simply say I'm from a passport verification department. However, there was some malicious activity, and you just need to click on this link. Else, we need to scramble out the passport status, which is being set to live. High chances you might be fooled. Why? Because the person in front has provided you with this kind of data points where a sense of authenticity is established. So whenever in your life, I mean, this is for the normal audience, if you ever feel someone is outwitting you with your own information, never get under that false aura of being fooled that oh my god, he's original or he's authentic. Anyone having more data points about your life does not state his authenticity of that particular position which he is referring to while approaching to you. So you need to make sure ki first never to be panic during such cases, because that's what we become कि अरे बाप रे मेरा इतना डेटा उसके पास है आइला मतलब मेरा पासपोर्ट गया अभी मेरे को क्या करना है. So in this way panic is the first essence which you should never be. In other terms, you should start wondering how that particular person is getting all this information from. Right. And those are very simple data entries. Now, you might have observed even right in our apps also, when we talk of something, automatically we start getting the relevant ads relating what we are talking. In the same way, data is like spreading everywhere, and there are high chances in current situation where your data might be present some or the in some or the other way. Even if you Google yourself, there might be some websites who might be showing your Instagram photos, who might be showing your Facebook photos in the image section. Now, where are these images coming from? Eventually, these social media apps have some third party signups, that the tick box, I agree to all terms and conditions,
Right.
which we ignore and just sign in. So
Yeah.
from that also, please make sure ki you are checking that box, because there are many commerce hacking being occurred, where that fast loan companies have been flared in the past market, which was offering you loan
Right.
more than your credit.
Right.
And apparently it was observed that those weren't as per the RBI norms and RBI approved websites, and those were siphoned off. And installing that app, now app asks for permissions like phone permission, gallery permission. So eventually these spam companies used to get tons of data of your images, your contacts, and then they used to blackmail ki now we will call your family, that we will call your friends and stuff like that. So again, panic. So
Right.
that's also, panic is the ground cause of human tendency where we start becoming vulnerable. Please, I would refer you to have a little platform knowledge on what technologies you are using or what apps you are installing. That
Right.
simply does not belong ki I won't give away my personal details. Sometimes it happens ki you yourself ignorantly give away your details. Compartmentalize your bank details with your personal details. Means having separate dedicated number for your bank, which you're not sharing it with anyone, rather than having this one number across all platform, because that would eventually create a bottleneck issue. If one account gets compromised, eventually all accounts gets under scrutiny.
Right.
So compartmentalizing your data is of prime essence. So one quote I remember, there's this one, because in our Indians we are more for free. So there's this one quote where I heard, and that's so true. In life, you get nothing for free. Well, if you're getting something for free, probably you are the product.
Okay, Prathamesh, you just opened this can of worms. Very, very useful knowledge that we definitely need, and more people need to be aware of, such phishing attacks and such scams that are happening. So, thank you so much for your time, and we will definitely, use everything that you have said and reevaluate how we've been using our, online applications and every other online transaction. Thank you so much, Prathamesh. Thank you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.